Namaste, my beautiful people. It's a beautiful day. It's 11:01, so we will start the conversation right away. It's going to go in the following manner. First, I'm going to talk about the concepts behind AI and how it won't actually replace you right now. Then I'll go for each specific app I'm currently using, how it's helping me, and the case studies that I've been using and been proving successful. So let's start right away. For me, artificial intelligence is a tool that has really revolutionized the world as we know it right now, and the ability and the accessibility for information. We can now have not only a Google search away for any topic that we want, it can actually prompt us into having solutions and reasoning behind what we're actually doing. So for me, artificial intelligence will just enhance the way you're currently living. It's not going to take your job away just yet. What it will do is increase the output or the results that you can receive from it. A really good ratio would be if you put a lot of hours into creating copywriting or planning or strategizing, now you can shorten up the time span and become more of an editor rather than just the hard worker that keeps on grinding and keeps on planning and spends hours planning, but more on the execution and edit and delivery towards the end, because all good processes takes a lot of time. So imagine only needing to work 20% of what you were already working, still getting the result or even better results. So that for me is artificial intelligence. It is a device that will enhance the output that you can produce. Instead of doing one video, you can do 5 videos. Instead of doing one email, you can now do 5 emails in the same amount of time and editing the different process. So passing that, the implications, and when it comes to copywriting, everything in the internet is a replication of itself. So it's not going to be anything original. What we can consider as original is the way that you mix and interact the processes along the way. Meaning, if you take 5, 10, 20 references, it's gonna feel more original than if you just took 1 or 2 references and you just put copy paste. If you are able to take from a lot of sources and bring yourself into a really good and condensed version, a distilled version of what you want to say, it's going to be much more profound. It's gonna sound much more like you, and it's really gonna sound authentic and real. First case scenario for me is something that people may be already using it where it comes to content creation, but you can even enhance it to the best of your ability. So Canva changed my life completely, because I did study Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, but it takes a lot of time, a big learning curve, and it's not so accessible to most people because it's quite expensive. It's like $20 to $30 per month per application, whereas in Canva you can have one premium account and I think it's like $12 a month, or you can pay like $60 a year, which everything that it provides, it can really change the game for you, specifically in effects like removing of backgrounds. If you want to have different things pop out just for my face and taking out the background, then I can make it blue and white and yellow. So that will be a really good case scenario. Then it has new features as the magic eraser, meaning it can erase specific parts of your image and try to mix new pixels in the back so it looks like nothing was there. If you want to take persons of the picture, you can use that using Canva. At the same time, you can also add new elements. Imagine if I wanted to draw a tattoo here, I could use Canva. I would mark this place and I could get a tattoo. And this is what it's called text to image. What it means to have a text to image, it's you write down what would you like to see, and you have to be really specific but not super nuanced. It has to be flowers, black and white with 5 petals, and the artificial intelligence will be able to do that for you. So you do a tattoo here and the tattoo will appear. A third case scenario is also using that. It's text to image prompts. So there's a feature in Canva Pro that if you type type in draw me a logo of a bee flying, it will come up with 4 different solutions, copyright free because you're paying for the membership. So when it comes to people protecting their rights, protecting their images, you are covered with Canva. So again, you create and you type down what you want. You want the flower, you want the unicorn, you want something that it's going to pop out and be unique for your brand, and it can be created inside of Canva. There are other image generators which are more complex, but Canva is starting out with a really cool feature, and I think with that you can start moving forward. Automating the processes inside of Canva can also be a really good tool. There's a feature where you can upload an entire Excel sheet with all your content created, meaning if you just upload it, it will already create Canva posts for you. So imagine that instead of trying to create little by little, you just create everything in one style, and then you just edit any specific things that you want to have edited. So I would invite for you to go into Canva, go and see what are the other features that you can enjoy from it. It's a really good service. They're constantly updating. It doesn't crash. It's web-based, so you don't need such a big computer. I would recommend the better computer, and you can use it on your cell phone and you can use it on the computer as well. So that's my first tool that I'm currently using. The second tool goes more into video edits. I just started doing more video edits, long video edits, short video edits. You know that every single day I'm posting a video with subtitles. So for those, I have two applications. The first one, I have an iPhone, so for me it works to have captions. The Captions app, it's really responsive. It's almost 100% certain, and you can have different styles. You can use also emojis there, and it also generates images that can come with the text, and it's generated by Pexels, which is another application. And what it does is it makes your content much more engaging. People won't fail off and get distracted by it, because even there are many people that will watch your videos but will not be hearing actually the video. So subtitles will keep retention going, and that will really help with growing your social media. And the second one is something that I just found out yesterday, and it's a complete surprise, because what it does, it takes away the silences. It takes away the silences in videos, and what happens with silences or with the ums and the buts is that people are lost when you are silent. So as soon as there's not something popping out in your screen, you will want to leave out of the video, because we're hyper stimulated every single day with so many things that take our attention. And it's super important that you keep the attention of your customers, keep the attention of your followers engaged, so you can deliver all the information that you need to give. For example, after this video will be uploaded to YouTube, but I will chop every silence, everything that was not in coherence with what I want to give, and with that, I'll be able to have more attention in the YouTube video rather than in this live video. So that application is called Recut. It's $95 or $85 lifetime, meaning it's not a subscription. You pay one time and you'll be able to have that program and all its updates for the rest of your life. And imagine me having to go inside of the video and start cutting every single second that I'm silent or I'm saying or but. It saves so much time. Yesterday I was testing with a video. It did 32 cuts. It did 45 cuts. From a video that was 1 minute 41 seconds, it made it 1 minute. So it's amazing what it can do, because we as humans will have pauses, we'll have moments where we don't speak, or where we don't resonate, or we don't say everything that's truly correct. And being able to shorten that time where you're just working with it is gonna be super important. And now I'm gonna go into the third, maybe the most popular application that people are using at this moment. It's ChatGPT. And ChatGPT actually has his best friend / enemy / opponent called Google Bard. ChatGPT is created by OpenAI. Google Bard is created by Google, and I believe they can both work in tandem. The benefits of ChatGPT, specifically ChatGPT 4, which is the Plus version, it's $20 a month, but it can really change the game, because it has creative writing. It has a way for phrasing sentences as ideas that is really nuanced and really interesting for you to watch and condense and take ideas from. You can even create the entire copy and then you edit tiny little parts, but it's already good content. The downside of ChatGPT at this current moment is that it's not updated information. It's information maybe up until 2021. which means everything after that you would have to use plugins, and for that you need the premium version. Or now you have Google Bard. Google Bard, it's connected with Google, so it has all the cool things about Google. I don't think it's so creative as ChatGPT because of the time it's been doing stuff right now, but it's really good for updated information, meaning you can do competitor analysis, you can do research from the current trends using Google Bard, and then from the results that you're getting in Google Bard, you can now send them to ChatGPT to create a cool strategy. So ChatGPT, you already know what it is, and you know that if you write something, it will give you something in return. But the most important part, the most important secret is the following. Listen closely. It's not what the tool is, but how you use it. So ChatGPT or Google Bard, whatever platform you're using, it's important that you contextualize the information. Does it mean for contextualizing the information? It means that you have to ask them questions in a specific manner that it will give more from what you're looking for. So it's a difference between, hey, I want to do a social media planner for coaches and for delivering my services online to 23-year-olds. Or you can say, I'm a coach that helps this type of people, this type of characteristics. I want to have these services range from $25 to $100. They are moms. They are super excited about life. They live in Quito, Ecuador, or they live in New York. And based on that, I want you to create a custom avatar persona specifically for that person. And ChatGPT will create a giant customer persona with all the specific pain points, demographics, psychographics, everything that you really need to know from a person to really get to them and really understand them. So that's the difference. Another important case that you can use as ChatGPT is, imagine if you could write as your favorite singer, as Taylor Swift. Imagine if you could create songs like Taylor Swift, or imagine if you could think and be eloquent as Steve Harvey, the TV presenter. So you can write in ChatGPT, hey, write this thank you letter to my mom in the voice of Steve Harvey. So again, you're contextualizing stuff. You're not just putting input into the application, but you're actually going one step further and giving them a framework where to work from. And the more you give frameworks to ChatGPT is where the real magic happens. From the information and the answers that ChatGPT gives you, you can also expand, change, modify, or even reduce the answers that it's giving. So let's say you ask, okay, based on this customer persona and for this target audience and for this budget, create a 5-day content planner for next week in social media. So it will create the social media planner. And the next step is, okay, please expand from those 4 days, expand 5 days, expand number 2, expand day number 2. And it will expand all the specific things that you want to have on day 2 on content creation. The next step after that is then write it as if you were giving it to a designer. So let me summarize that. You first create the avatar with ChatGPT based on your specific services. Then you ask ChatGPT to create a planner for your specific audience. Third step, you now write down the days and you expand of one of those days to make it more specific, and you create the visual instructions that you would have to give to a designer. So you can do it yourself, or you can ask for a designer. This whole process of cognitive exercise that you would have to come up with if you're talking with a team, if you're creating your planning, if you're creating your customer avatar persona, can take weeks, can take days, can take hours. I just did it in less than 10 minutes. So you see, that's the beauty of artificial intelligence. It can shorten up every process that you currently have when it comes to strategy, content creation. Finally, some bonus applications right now. I would say Midjourney or any other image generators like DaVinci. Some are premium, some are free. DALL-E, for example, is free, also created by OpenAI. That's the one that created ChatGPT. And the important thing about it is that you can create create cool images from text. And you can actually use, again, both tools in tandem. If you want to create a specific character in Midjourney or an image generator, if you want to create a beautiful character in Midjourney, for example, you would write on ChatGPT and you would ask, please write a prompt for me to create a specific character in Midjourney. So you use those two in conjunction, and what you get is you'll get a specific prompt for Midjourney. That way you're not just testing Midjourney and using your credits to create images, but you get everything that you're looking. There are many more tools right now. I really think it's a blessing that we have artificial intelligence right now, because you can create more things. Instead of me trying to work 5 hours into one specific task, I can take 30 minutes of condensed work, make it really proficient, make it really professional, and then move on into different things. I can enjoy myself more outside, I can eat, I can go out, I can get on with more work. So artificial intelligence, it's really a tool if you take now and you take advantage of it, because there are more people that will take advantage of it. So if you miss out, it's on you. It's not my responsibility. I'm just here sharing information. I would advise you to please start researching now. There's another quick small tip for ChatGPT, which is called snackprompt.com. I think Digital Jeff created it or shared it, and it gives you a lot of prompts for ChatGPT. How to write a book, how to create coaching program for you. So there's a lot of stuff, and it's out there. It's at your fingertips. You just have to take a little bit more time. Open your mind. Don't be a slave to the system. Expand all the possibilities. Use all of your tools, because here in this channel, we're committed to growth. We're committed to being successful, being disciplined, being courageous, and being full of love. But until next time, and hope you enjoyed all the content. Thank you so much.